Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and another video on a series about salvage. We're going to make a start on the other Fiesta today, the 1.25 Z-Tech. I want to get the front end off this because even though I've got pretty much everything for it, it's got a running issue. I suspect, filthy. I suspect we've got a damaged inlet manifold. I'll start it up for you and I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, I'm going to spin you around and we'll go through it, I think. So this is the car in question, the 63 2014 Fiesta style 1.25 Z-Tech. So yeah, quite a base model, this one, the style, no alloys. Has got electric mirrors but not folding. It's a two-door. I mean, it's clean, you know. For 2014, it's only got 58,000 on it. 50,000 miles, no airbag damage. It's a nice car, actually. It's a nice enough car. Another perfect first person's car, isn't it? Let's have a look around it. All the tyres are nigh on brand new. Nothing going on this side, all the rear is good. No damage down there. We'll walk around to the front. This wing's good. We've obviously got an issue with the bumper and the bonnet. And going around this side again, this wing is good. So yeah, it's not bad, to be fair, it's not bad. Let's open this up. So now, obviously it's got a good hit behind here, all the crash bar is pushed right in. But we're going to get all that off today, get the front panel off. Because like I said, I want to see down here, it's pushed the front panel, all the rad pack back. You can see how far back it is, that slot should be in there. So, you know, you got a good 3 inches back. 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches. So yeah, we need to rip all this front end off. And like I said, I suspect we've got a hole in the inlet manifold, I think. Battery's good. Needs a tab repair on this headlight. The tabs are broken, but we'll fix that. I've got an headlight coming for this side. I've got a bumper over there for this. Not too sure yet what to do about the grille though. I mean, that's the grille it came with. And obviously another silver grille. All the silver trims. I've got the correct grille there. But I don't know, what do you think? Which grille? Which grille should I use? Anyway, right, so I collected this car myself and it's a good job because although it looks great on this side, you get towards the back and you get down a little bit, we've got that. Now I'm sure it ain't going to take a rocket scientist to tell me what they did that. For those that don't know, these cars get picked up by giant forklift trucks and they put them onto your trailer. They carry them around the yard and they don't run them, you see. They carry them around the yard on forklift trucks, so the forks go under the car. So that is the end of a fork. So obviously I saw it, we had words, and I did get a bit of money back. I mean, not what I would have wanted. I'd much rather the damage not to be there. I got 125 quid knocked off it. It's not a great deal, is it? Let's be fair, let's be honest. But because it's so low, I'm hoping I can repair it and draw mask off and just paint the bottom of the sill there and blend it up a little bit. And that should be okay. So it shouldn't be too difficult to sort out. But I mean, you're not getting that fixed in a garage, a body shop for 125 quid. That's the argument. But it was either that or they took the car back and, you know, I think I did okay in terms of price wise for this car, so I was quite happy to just take the 125 and I'll deal with it. So yeah, so the plan, oh that's it, you wanna hear it run, don't you? Or attempt to run, that is. Right, let's have a seat. So I won't touch the throttle pedal at all. My feet are well away, I'm not touching anything. It's in neutral. Just watch the revs, the rev clock. You can feel it's rough. I'm not touching the throttle there. I'm not touching it, it's doing that itself. So, yeah, we've got a problem. So yeah, it's missing a bit, and it's running rough. It's revving itself, so it's a vacuum leak. It's getting too much air past the airflow meter. I mean, you can rev it up and it clears up. It's clean then, so there's nothing serious. There's no leaks. It's got oil in it, so I'm not concerned. It's just I need to know what it is so I can get the parts, and ideally you fix that lot before you put the new rad pack in, if it's behind there, otherwise you can get to it. Simple as that, really. So I think we're just going to get on with it. But like I said, put in your comments, do we want the black grille or do we want the chrome grille? You decide, the majority wins, and that's what will fit. Right, there we go, with the bumper and bonnet off, now we can see far more of what's going on. And yeah, it's pretty much smack in the centre where the hit's been. Both legs are perfectly fine. And yeah, the top of the front panel is completely separated. That's the rad pack there. So, oh, there goes a bit of it. But no surprises so far. I was quite surprised to see the wiring is in place for the lower spotlights, because obviously this being a style doesn't have them. I have got them for the new bumper if I want to use them. I'm not sure. I mean, we can try them, but I don't even think the button is going to be there. Can't remember now where it is. Don't know. Don't know. We can try them, see if they work. If they work, we can put them on, make it look a bit more sporty. But yeah, I think for now we're just going to have to continue and get this front panel off. Like I said, both wings are fine. It's been, like I said, right in the middle, so let's get the rest of this front panel off and we can see then exactly what's going on down here. Right, there we are, fully stripped. And yeah, I mean, there isn't any other damage. There's no damage to the inlet manifold. There's no pipes broken. All we've got is this broken off there. That's just breather for the crankcase, so that wouldn't cause it to run rough. But I've been doing a bit of diagnosing, and it turns out it's only running on cylinders 2 and 3. It's not firing at all on 1 and 4. Now these coil packs are 2 coils in one. One coil fires 2 and 3. The other coil fires 1 and 4. So that could be the culprit. The coil pack could be the culprit. I've been trying to, you know, measure voltages through the plug. It's nigh impossible. I haven't got the right kind of equipment really for that. So yeah, it could be the coil. Prior to the coil, the only thing that controls it is the ECU, engine control module. So I mean, we've had this issue before. Do you remember the black Fiesta ST that was misfiring? That turned out to be the engine control module. It wasn't a great deal to sort once I'd figured it out. I mean, we sent it off. We bought an identical one off eBay, sent it off, and they copied the information over and it worked perfect. So it's not a great deal if it is that, but I mean, coil packs are, what, 40 odd quid? And they are in stock in my local parts place. So I'm thinking I'm going to go over and get a coil pack now. So I want to see if this will run smooth. The engine looks fine. I don't think it's anything serious. The only codes we're really getting are for an atmospheric pressure issue on the inlet manifold. But there is no leaks, and I'm kind of thinking when it's running it's backfiring and spluttering and all sorts. Perhaps that's then making the pressure wrong in the inlet manifold and throwing the code. I don't know, but like I said, it's only running on 2, that's a fact, I know that. And I know 1 and 4 are fired off the same coil. So I think that's a plan. I'm going to jump in the car and just nip over to Burnley and grab this coil pack, and we'll throw it on and see if that fixes our issue. Other than that, like I said, I'll do a bit more research, but I'm thinking the only other thing it could be, like I said, is the engine control module. So fingers crossed this coil pack fixes it. Be a nice simple fix. But other than that, I mean, there's no damage to the legs, like I said. Perfectly fine. There is a bit of fraying on the aux belt, so I'll grab it. It's down there, you can see a bit of string hanging off it. So I'll grab an aux belt, I'll grab oil filter and some oil and an air filter, and then we've got everything to service it. And yeah, there's a bit of an hole there in the fuse box. I can seal that up. And we need, yeah, a lower air box. Other than that, can't see anything else. No other issues. So I'll be back in a moment with, well, hopefully with a coil pack. Alrighty then, I'm back with the coil pack. So I've got it bolted in. All we need to do is put the coils back on, the leads, sorry, back on. I'm going to presume they're back in the same order as before. That's exactly where the leads want to lie anyway. So that's that. So, I mean, all we can do is try it. Make sure all the plugs are on. Yeah, I mean, all we can do is try it. See what happens. Fingers crossed. No. It's a bit annoying. And there's any point in seeing if I need to, I mean, it's not going to make no difference clearing the codes. I just wonder if you know, the ECU cuts 2 cylinders off. I very much doubt it. I haven't got the OBD thing plugged in. It would help. I'll scan it and I'll come back to you and see if I can get anywhere else with it. Right, I've had a little bit more of a dig. So I took the plugs out and they didn't look good in all honesty, and the gap looked really big. It's quite a bit of wear on the end of the electrode. So I think it could do with a set of plugs. And it does seem to be better. I took them out, cleaned them up, put them back in. It does seem to be better. I mean, when you lift the revs up a little bit, it's definitely firing on 4. Partially. Sometimes not. So I'm starting to think maybe, I think the coil pack has definitely helped. Because now when I pull plug 4, lead 4 off whilst it's running, you can hear a change of tune in the engine. Still nothing on 1 when it's on tick over, it don't make no difference. That lead is not sparking. So whether it's the actual leads as well, I mean, it seems all a bit of a coincidence that it's happened when it's crashed, doesn't it? That's the only thing, you know. Okay, it can't have been running like this when they crashed it, because it's undrivable in my eyes. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go down the lines of I'll get a set of leads, set of plugs. I mean, worst case, that doesn't fix it, at least it's had a good service then, hasn't it? It's had a new coil pack, leads and plugs. And we'll see what that takes us to. Because I don't want to go down the ECU route unless I really, really have to. It's just a real strange one. I mean, it's got a rough idle, which would say there's an intake leak somewhere. But you wouldn't necessarily say the intake leak would cause it to run rough. To not run on all 4 cylinders. Weird one. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. I'll get all the rest of the bits back together for this car. We'll get some leads, get some plugs. Front panel is due, I think, tomorrow with a rad pack in. And we can make a start putting it back together then. So as always, thank you very much for watching my videos. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out. And yeah, when I have some parts, we'll continue with this car. Until then, thank you as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.